Their aura is unequal.
Well, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Or whatever. And you make it a little more raspy, and I follow directions.
Their contents are legendary.
Like that little sheet you see is his concept drawing.
Their attitude is embraced. Tune in to one of the most up and rising kaiju-sized groups within our community. So go ahead and watch all of their creative content, including that of the Raw Attitude live interview, where they have special guests ranging from actors, directors, toy creators, artists, and many, many more. You can also find them on multiple of other social media platforms, ranging from Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. You could even sit back and watch your favorite classic monster movie and even watch us go through one of the most iconic games on Twitch. Featuring your hosts, Eric Stolp, Adrian Settle, Joe Myers, Samson West, Jordan Adorno. They are the Monsters with Attitude.
What's up, dwellers of Monster Island, embracing nothing but attitude? This is your boy Adrian Settle here with the boys from Monsters of Attitude, and we're here again today to talk about, let's talk Raw, about all the wonderful news that we've gotten in the last, how behind are we? 2 or 3 weeks now, boys?
Oh, man. Yeah, because week before last was Easter, and then last weekend was the big Bandai show. So we have some stuff to catch up on.
We got quite a bit of stuff to catch up on. But of course, before we get started, of course, I got to introduce my brothers from other mothers. Of course, the Don himself, Joe Don Adorno. Joe Don, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing pretty damn good. Can't wait to talk about a good amount of chunk of the news that we've received between our last show to now. So yeah, and I'm always happy to be here with my brothers. So that's a plus.
And of course, the man who lives in the southeast coast, but has our audacity to have his last name as West, Mr. Sampson. How are you doing today?
Greetings, howdy, and how the fuck are you doing? I am doing swell myself for sure. Living. I made it past my work day yesterday. I worked on a Saturday, but I made it through it. And now I'm back to talk about all the plethora of different content that we have going on.
Yes. And of course, we'll go and hop in the chat first. Of course, we have Nathaniel. He'll be getting he might get his poster tomorrow.
Oh,
he said he'll get it custom framed with real gold and diamonds because that movie is priceless to me. Even with that said, I love y'all MWA guys and gals more than King Kong lives. Enough said.
Whoa!
Wow.
I want my poster back.
Love you too.
You have to email us what that looks like. Can't wait to see it framed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Got to give that thing a custom proper. I was trying to say custom and proper, and it turned into coster. A custom proper frame because it is a piece of history. So you got to make sure you preserve that thing, like I did with this back here. And I need to do better with this one right over here.
Yes, you do, because Lord have mercy. This guy is sitting on the floor of blasphemy.
Wow.
And then, of course, we have Michael in the chat with us also. What's up, Michael?
Good evening. Afternoon, I guess. Evening for some, afternoon for others.
Also, Fanciest of Cats. Always here with us. And then Oscar Solis. Oscar, how you doing?
What up? Our pimpiest.
You said Pimpy is a pimps.
Simp pimps.
Yeah. Remember, he's a simp pimp for what? Articulated figures, the Monsterverse,
And the Monsterverse.
Not owning a DVD player. Yeah.
Lord have mercy. The man who hates physical media.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, he just hates watching it. Clearly, that's no. All right, let's not drill other people in chat. We love you guys. Thanks for joining in this week.
That's right.
We definitely have we have some stuff to talk about. There's different intellectual properties, different. Actually, that's it. Different intellectual properties. Let's just go into that. Well, let's pull up the first slide. I chose to make this slide first for our boy JoJo out there because we know how much of a comic book lover he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I did that because I have no idea how to talk about this.
I mean, this has been an ongoing series since its first issue in Godzilla versus Chicago, hence the reason why specifically Joe Myers is a big fan of this. I remember when the first issue dropped, this dude was bragging the hell about it, specifically because Godzilla was in Chicago. But right here, we have 3 amazing cover arts featuring their newer releases of Godzilla versus America and Godzilla versus Boston and Godzilla versus Los Angeles. So hopefully, I really do hope and pray that our good buddy Rich, who lives in the Mass area, that he is doing swell, and Celeste and my hubby Christian are also doing swell because Godzilla looks like he is running a freaking muck.
I was gonna say that. I was like, oh man, Rich Iso, dude, you got Godzilla in fucking Boston. He's gonna screw things up terribly. Oh, what's he gonna do? Godzilla's gonna wreck your shit.
I love the Los Angeles cover where it shows like Godzilla's name, but it's supposed to like represent the Hollywood sign. That looks pretty cool. I mean, granted,
no, that says Hollywood. I mean, it's spelled in reverse. It's HOLL. The Y and the W are on the ground. Yeah, it's backwards, but it's Hollywood, and the Y and W. It looks like an M, but it's not. Yeah, it's Hollywood, but it's on the ground.
Then you know what? I like that even more now because it's actually the Hollywood sign. Holy crap! I was reading it from the bottom left across. That's why I thought it said GOD. But now that you're bringing that up, I'm like, ooh.
It's the dyslexic powers, dude. I can read backwards and mirrored. It's somehow it's a stupid superpower, but I got it.
Nah, dude, these are awesome. Granted, I haven't gotten any of the Godzilla versus America issues, only because I'm just like Joe and everybody else that we know that lives around these specific areas. I know that they're probably never going to do this, but it will be pretty funny for them to do a Godzilla versus Connecticut.
I can see it's close to my area. He'd mess up Atlanta pretty good.
Oh,
Godzilla
dude.
versus Atlanta.
He would.
That's got to happen. I mean, he's probably going to destroy Hartsonfield Jackson Airport, the biggest airport, I believe, in America, if not Georgia. I can't remember, but it's one or the other. The Atlanta airport's the biggest in America, or just Georgia. It's or the East Coast. It's something.
I want to say. I don't know why. I want to say that Chicago, the O'Hare is the biggest airport in the world. I think, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong though.
You haven't been down here. It is that you have to be there 5 hours early if you want to make your flight.
Not 5 hours early.
I'm not. Come on down. I'll tell you. Yeah, come on down. Visit sometime. And once it's time to leave, you're gonna regret having to go to Atlanta. That Boston one in the middle. That's pretty wild. Gives off some major Shin Godzilla vibes with the fire and the just glistening on him and stuff. I think that's my favorite out of the 3. I like it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and then of course, I don't think Godzilla will come to San Antonio, but maybe he'll hit up Dallas or Austin.
He'll probably mess up Houston. It's got to be the big ones. Oh, Houston,
Yeah,
Texas,
it has
Atlanta,
to.
Georgia.
Nah, Houston's too ghetto for Godzilla. He's going to Dallas.
Listen, Godzilla is always invited to the cookout. He already knows what it is. So
He's crispy.
for real, dude. And I'm pretty sure we can live up to making the statement that if there's anything that is imposable and one that just seems like a much more larger threat, the first person that's going to jump right in head first is Godzilla. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they eventually try to do something like that later on down the road. But, I mean, again, these are pretty cool. Have not read any of them, like I've mentioned before. So maybe I might just have to pick these up.
Yeah, this is our boy Joe's territory for sure. He's the comic book lover, and he would definitely know more about this in terms of releases and whatnot, and possibly like actually that's it. Yeah, releases. I'll stop there. See, I'm trying to pretend like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't.
Hey, man, listen, you sound pretty damn good for someone that doesn't know nothing about these. So you're doing a good job, buddy.
What is again my ignorance? That is definitely a baseball field. What's the main field in Boston? What do we got that he's messing up right there?
Red Sox Stadium. What is Red Sox Stadium? Why am I blanking on this? Wait, it was in Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Fenway Park.
I thought Fenway was New York.
Yep, Fenway Park. That's in Boston. That's where the Red Sox play. I don't know if this is the exact same stadium. I mean, but what other baseball stadium would they have that's like a pivotal team in mass other than the Boston Red Sox? So
yeah, absolutely.
Well, irregardlessly, it's a baseball field, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Godzilla hates sports, I guess. Yeah. Adrian, we got an important question for you there. Helmy wanted to know where you got that shirt from.
Hello, Helmy. I actually got this from someone local here in San Antonio that was doing who's at a convention. I always forget the name of the shop. I have that card in my wallet somewhere, but I need to memorize that so I can plug them a little bit more. But yeah, they're actually here locally in San Antonio.
Local boys.
And
we don't have any cool stuff like that down here.
He did not tell any of us. Sharing.
Do any of us really like? Do any of us really like Hedra anyway? Is that actually like a fan favorite? I don't think it is.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
I think everybody out there is a big fan.
Somebody's favorite cybergenetic chicken. That's all I'll say.
Francis got this right. Fenway's nickname is the Green Monster.
All right. What do we got next?
So next, of course, we have Godzilla attacking the Marvel Universe. We kind of got some news about this a few months ago. Yes, destroys the Marvel Universe. Kind of got some news about this a few months ago, but now they finally starting to release some of the cover art for it. Or some more cover art for it, actually. And of course, my baby, the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla, what got me into Godzilla. So I thought that was pretty cool. The one in the middle looks pretty good. This honestly does sound like it's going to be a pretty interesting series. What are y'all thoughts about Godzilla destroying Marvel? What do you think is going to exactly come from this exactly?
All right, I'll let you close this one off, Samson. You guys are already well aware, including Eric and Joe, and pretty much all of our moderators. I am not a fond fan of superhero properties. It's not something that I tend to shy away from. I have given multiple shows and movies a shot at, but it's just not something that gravitates to me the most. Nonetheless, this is pretty cool. And being that, of course, from back in the 70s where Godzilla originally came out collaborating with Marvel, I would have never thought that right now in this time that we would ever get to experience this once again. So, I mean, the cover arts, they look amazing. What is this? Thingzilla? Is that what this?
Yeah.
Thingzilla. The Hanna-Barbera in the top left. That's pretty cool. Hell, even the one series that I am extremely excited for is the Godzilla versus Spider-Man, or Godzilla meets Spider-Man. Of course, another property under the Marvel brand. that I'm extremely excited for. Nonetheless, this is pretty exciting, and yeah, I mean, I'll leave you guys to take the floor because I know this is somewhere around your guys' realm, being superhero fanatics. So go right ahead.
Well, speaking of that, all the way to the far right, you can see that's Godzilla blasting Captain America, Spider-Man, and Scarlet Witch, Mrs. Wanda Maximoff. Spider-Man's hiding behind her, but you got him in there. He is in there. But yeah, Thingzilla. This is how is this going to come to fruition that the Thing turns into Godzilla? How I'm just curious how they're going to go about playing this. Welcome in DJC. I like that. That's clever. It rolls off the tongue. But yeah, Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. That's an interesting choice. Yeah, I mean, we see no Marvel characters in that poster, so it just kind of looks like Hanna-Barbera Godzilla is taking control. And then it looks like we got like almost not every, but a plethora of Marvel characters going at Godzilla's head right there in the center. And even that, it's not overwhelming. Godzilla's like, come on, just like blasting some flies. The Hulk's the biggest thing in there. Not much of a comic guy. I'll continue to say this, but it is interesting. I don't know what's going to come of this. New figures, new interpretations of Godzilla. Maybe we'll get a Thingzilla figure, something like that. Just like where we're getting the Godzilla DC pair-ups with the toys. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's just interesting that he's tag teaming two separate comic entities at once. He got comic books with this and the DC universe with the figure pair-up toys. Other than that, I don't really have much knowledge about this kind of thing because comic books are not my forte. They look cool, but it's just not something that I collect or read.
So I am pretty curious about how this is going to go because, of course, y'all know I have Justice League versus Godzilla, obviously, versus Kong. And, of course, this recently got Godzilla versus the Power Rangers. So so we really all getting, well, at an age where Godzilla is actually really starting to show what he means to us, the nerdum fandom. He's crossing over so many different entities. He's only going to get more popular and popular with the more he's introducing these comic books. And I know everybody doesn't read comic books, but at the same time, this is honestly the best way they can kind of collab both worlds is in a comic book because so many different scenarios could happen to it. So many different multiverses and things of that nature can be a reason why Godzilla's here. That's really what I'm curious about. Why is Godzilla in the Marvel universe? What happened and who screwed up to get Godzilla in this universe?
Doctor Strange screwing up, making dumbass spells again so Spider-Man can be cool.
So really quick, please guys keep me informed. What other Marvel property came out during the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla animated series? Like what Marvel show, if there was any, that came out around that time in the 70s?
Maybe Spider-Man was out by then. I forgot which Spider-Man though. I know Spider-Man's been out for a while, but I can't remember. Like maybe Spider-Man and Friends. I think possibly if I can think off the top of my head. As far as anything else, like as far as cartoons and stuff, I don't think there were too many of them. No, I'm almost hitting.
Maybe the Hulk animated TV series. Did the Hulk series was that around then? Hulk animated series. I thought that was old. Oh, it was all right. See, I don't
not that old. I mean, if you're calling us old, because it came out in the 90s.
So. Well, so you're thinking about that one. There was a Hulk series that came out prior to that as well.
Oh, I know. You got the Lou Ferrigno series, of course.
Well, not even that. I'm talking about the original, the first cartoon.
See, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's where my head was going.
Anyways, when I'm trying to come up with regarding the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla being one of the covers in the series, what if to coexist with the era that was Hanna-Barbera, specifically this iteration of Godzilla, we have Godzilla either teaming up with the Avengers or going up against them or any other Marvel property that came out during that time frame, making it like a kind of like an old classic-esque type of comic book as to what they used to be back in the 70s or in the 80s, whatever. I mean, that could only be the only scenario case I would think that the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla is there. To see him go up against like classic designs of beloved Marvel characters. That's just again, that's just an assumption. So I don't know. That I thought that would possibly be a pretty neat idea if that is the route that they're gonna go with that specific comic.
The world may never know.
Yep. Never, ever until the book actually comes out.
And then, of course, Nathaniel added, TMT will find a way to fight Godzilla, and don't forget Ghostbusters. They ain't afraid of no Godzilla.
No,
it makes me feel good.
Bill Murray's Too Hood.
Well, except for in Zombieland.
Oh.
Rip Bill Murray.
Y'all ready to move on?
Oh yeah. Let's see what's next. I forget what Ivan made. Oh yeah, duh, more comics.
God. So of course, we do have another comic from from IDW, and this series is Godzilla. Here there be aliens. So from what I've read about this, it looks like basically Godzilla is going up against aliens. It seems like I didn't get to read a lot on it, but these are definitely alien ships. So the aliens are definitely coming to Earth and attacking, and Godzilla's, I guess, is going to save the Earth. I guess rather wait and see. But what do y'all think about this? About the aliens making their way back?
Look at that cozy little suburban neighborhood just getting attacked. This is very nuclear family 1960s with saucers, and Godzilla's just chilling, just like, all right, how dare you attack these loving families and their 9-to-5s. So we'll see. That is cool. And it's a lot of alien ships. It's more than we've seen in even the movie from back in the day. So what is that going to bring to the table as far as Kaiju are concerned? Are they going to bring Ghidorah down with them or something? Introduce something new? There's possibilities. It just depends on the era or something. But that definitely looks like a 90s Godzilla.
Yeah.
But Godzilla models in comic books never really matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really pay attention to the continuity of stuff.
Yeah, that would be the only thing. I mean, granted, I did not know anything about this until now. So this is news to me. But that would be one thing I would hope that they throw in there is an original new alien to go up against Godzilla. Because I'm not gonna lie, because if it's Ghidorah or even Gigan or any other previous Toho alien kaiju, it'd be too obvious, so I would hope that maybe they do something original to make this specific comic book stand out amongst the rest. But nonetheless, it's pretty cool. The cover art, I mean, I'm always going to praise cover arts and critique them. Nonetheless, this is pretty damn cool. And again, this was news to me. I had no idea that this was even coming out.
I was like, here there be aliens. Just I can't help but believe, man, here there be aliens.
You know what this reminds me of? Oh my goodness. Samson, what's the name of that movie where the Martians invaded Earth and they were watching Godzilla versus Biollante? Come on.
Why do I think I know this movie also? Like, I don't think I've seen it, but I know that scene.
Attack from Mars or something like that.
Yeah. I think
Is that
so.
If that was the title of the movie, anyways, they had like Mars Attacks. Yes, thank you.
Mars Attacks.
God,
the Tim Burton movie. Wait, Tim Burton, right? I think it's Tim Burton.
I don't remember.
God, how do I know things? Damn.
But that's what this reminds me of. Especially, specifically that scene where they're just sitting back watching Godzilla run amok in '89, which I thought was freaking hysterical.
God, have I seen that movie all the way through even? Maybe I haven't. Maybe that's why
it is a fun watch, without a doubt. So
I know it's a cult classic. I guess I just never have sat down and been like, boom, start to finish, actually watch the movie. Forgive me, guys. I know I can't say that I'm a true nerd if I haven't seen everything.
It's
ever.
Okay.
Honestly, I haven't seen that either, so don't feel bad.
Oh, God. Wow. So
but I will say this, I do have some more information on this comic actually.
Okay,
Godzilla Here There Be Aliens is both a fully standalone limited series and the epic conclusion to the Eisner-nominated Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons trilogy. Brought to you by the veterans subscribe Frank Tier and the new series artist Angel Hernandez. It's the middle of the 20th century, and Americans everywhere are terrified by the strange light hovering above them in the night sky, and they should be. These UFOs are actually the Exilian invasion force, revealed to have already been on Earth during the events of Here There Be Dragons, Son of Giants. The Exilians have been attempting to destabilize the planet with the help of Kaiju from outer space. With the alien claws deep inside the U.S. government, will our rogue operatives manage to band together to save humanity?
All right, cool. I don't need to read the comic anymore.
So I have heard some good things about Here There Be Dragons. I didn't know they had a sequel though, so I'm not too familiar with the sequel, honestly. Jordan, have you read any of those the previous two comics? I guess this is part of the trilogy now, or the end of the trilogy with this one.
No. Truth be told, no. When it comes down to me specifically looking for a Godzilla comic, it really has to be something to catch my eye, and one that I think is like one of a kind. That's the reason why I've been a huge fan of the Godzilla vs. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers comic book series. Never would I have thought ever in my entire life that I'd see two of my favorite properties collaborate with one another, or even currently right now with this new spiel between Godzilla and DC and Marvel, and then even including Ultraman, just throwing that out there, are all things that I would never thought I'd see again in today's era. So those would be the ones that I'd gravitate to the most. I am aware of Here There Be Dragons, but I literally know little to nothing about it, because again, it wasn't really something that I've been gravitated to. So, wait. Well, first and foremost, that's my hubby. And speaking of the man,
comics.
Yes.
Speak of the devil, giant bearded devil. Actually, that's just the devil.
And of course,
well.
Yes,
why are we hosting the show? Why did I even start this off with comics? I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Shut up. But I forgot I heard that too. Yeah, I think that was actually, I heard that too, Eric. That it has been like one of the best comics for Godzilla recently. So I'm actually going to read Here There Be Dragons. In his opinion, yeah, but I mean, like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about that comic, and honestly, I need to read everything I have so I can buy more comics. I miss buying comics, honestly. I miss it. I miss it a lot.
That's a whole new rabbit hole. I'm not.
I don't think I could trust the words of a man who thinks that little Godzilla is a freaking turd.
What? Never mind. That's a different topic for another time.
Yes, that's another argument we can have.
Love you.
I can't stand.
And then Son of Giants, the sequel to Here There Be Dragons, is really good too. Okay, so Joe said the sequel is really good too. So I wonder why they're stopping with a trilogy then, if it's getting that much heat from Godzilla fans.
I might have to check these out now.
Oh, kick him out. Kick him the. Oh, Jesus.
Damn.
Hey, he's not here. We can say what we want. Woo! We're the
MWA. Oh man.
Everybody's opinions matter, Eric. Everybody's opinions matter.
Oh wait.
Ooh, well, cool. I believe, I think with the slides, I got one more comic entity next, and then we're moving on to different stuff. There is the reveal.
Mm-hmm.
What is the comic called again? Because I can't read Japanese for one thing.
Godzilla Galaxy Odyssey.
Yes.
So basically,
those are 3 words in a row.
basically, true story. This is all going to be canon. Godzilla and Mario are in the same universe.
Cute.
Okay, Joseph.
So this design, though, I mean, he's got crystal tipped dorsal plates. Kind of gives off a very Heisei, Kiryu vibe in a sense. It's interesting. Just the very diamond like mixture of the organic dorsal plates, like the organic bone, and then like diamond tipped. Where's that going to come to play? Why is that a thing? It's interesting, but how is different?
I mean, maybe just reading off of the name Galaxy, what if it has something to do with a possible foe? Maybe like how the crystals are absorbed into Space Godzilla. Maybe that type of element has something to do with why Godzilla looks the way he does. Nonetheless, I think this is pretty cool. We have, oh my goodness, I can't recall the last time we had a Godzilla manga, or at least an original one that doesn't retell a story of previous movies or shows or whatever. But I'm excited. I'm not a comic book collector, but I will hunt every freaking store down for a freaking manga. And again, one that really does appeal to me. And of course, if it's a Godzilla manga, dude, I am gunning for it. If it's a Gamera manga, if it's a Super Sentai, Ultraman, anything that that everybody knows me for, I am gunning for. So I am extremely excited for this. And I mean, who knows what this could also lead up to possibly, especially within the world of Japanese pop culture, reframing to manga and anime. So who knows how good and how successful this could turn out to be, to the point where we end up getting an anime adaptation of this. My expectations are low for that, cool. But nonetheless, I mean, you said it best, Samson. That would be pretty damn cool.
Well, also, from what we know, we're supposed to get a brand new kaiju out of this, some sort of new foe that we haven't seen before. So that's what I'm pretty excited about. That's what I'm purely excited about the most, is seeing some new thing and knowing what we know about figure companies, especially Bandai. We talked about that last week. They will most likely tackle some sort of sculpts. Any and all new Godzilla iterations are like, holy shit, let's do it. Oh my God, let's build a figure right now so people buy it and we can make money. Yeah, a Godzilla figure, and then the new kaiju, at least. I mean, that Gotengo model is different as well. If that's the Earth Gotengo, or if that's a space one, it gives off very spacey vibes with that like gamma needle thing in the center.
Yeah.
Reactor, giant big green reactor, like a Death Star or something. Speaking of which, happy May the 4th be with Star Wars, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess May the 4th be with you, whatever.
We know.
We know. We're not accepting your disrespect today. Cut your shit.
Listen, I've tried giving it a shot.
There's a billion fans that are going to say otherwise.
Godzilla's better. That's all I got to say. I would sit down and watch Reptilian over and over and over and over again.
Oh my God.
Never sitting down to giving Star Wars another shot.
Y'all thought I was opinionated. God.
No, we know Jordan hates everything. It's okay.
Where's that comic book? Jordan hates Godzilla or God. Fuck. What is it?
That's Christian.
Oh
my God.
Adrian, what do you think about this, man? I know me and Sam, we've been like laying it down on this one. So what do you think about this?
Honestly, I'm pretty excited about it. For a while, I read more mangas than I did comics, to be honest, but that's because of Dragon Ball Z, obviously. Yeah, but dude. I do enjoy reading a good manga, and the fact that Godzilla is going to be in manga form is outrageous to me, but in a good way, because I never thought I'd be able to see Godzilla in a manga. And this like how we've talked about. They can do a lot of crazy stuff with Godzilla in anime. Lord have mercy. Can you imagine what they're gonna do with this man in a manga? He's about to act the pill full, and he's gonna be freaking unstoppable. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to see what this new kaiju is all about too. I'm ready for some new kaiju.
Oh yeah.
Unless they're trying to surprise us about, oh, it's back again. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're actually gonna get something legit and brand new that I'm honestly excited to see.
It's Space Godzilla.
Oh my god, or Super Space Godzilla.
Oh Jesus
Something
Christ.
like that. Really
It's
quick.
Galaxy, so it has to be spacey.
Yeah, listen. Really quick, since we're on the topic of kaiju and specifically comics and manga, Adrian, I'm pretty sure you are familiar with this. But if not, it would honestly surprise me. Has anybody in here had either read the manga series or watched the anime adaptation of Kaiju number 8?
Y'all y'all been shoving that down my throat saying, Samson, you got to see it. And I keep forgetting. It's part of my horrible brain. I need to add that to my list right now while I'm thinking about it. I've heard good things. I just need to find the dub.
It is dub.
I know what. Yeah, it is dub. I know what Kaiju number 8 is. I just
it.
need to sit down and watch it. Samson, we'll legit watch it together. I got you, Samson.
I just gotta find it.
Doug. So
what's up, Doug?
I remember coming across, of course, Kaiju number 8.
Yeah.
At Barnes and Noble, and it was a manga. So I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, Kaiju. That's all I read. As soon as I saw that word, I was instantly sold. So I'm reading it, sitting down while Michelle's sipping on her freaking Starbucks, doing some computer work. I'm reading the manga.
Mocha crap,
like,
you know.
Oh man, this is pretty interesting. Unfortunately, I don't think this will ever get adapted into an anime. So, nonetheless, it's pretty cool that Kaiju is getting, its way into manga. Boy, was I wrong, because that is one of the most talked about animes within this past year.
Mm-hmm.
And just recently, their movie had just came out. Unfortunately, I missed it. And the movie is 2 hour plus minutes long. And I'm not saying that most anime movies now aren't that long, but for one that is brand new and as fresh as Kaiju number 8, it definitely made me think, wow, like this is really going to branch out to something big. So again, if Kaiju number 8 could do a no-name, not iconic name in that freaking whole franchise, can make it as big as to what it is now, and Godzilla can't, then I don't know what I could do to get this thing a proper anime adaptation. But nonetheless, like the hope is there, especially with the success of Kaiju number 8. The hope is truly there to possibly see this be formatted into an anime. So fingers crossed for that.
So I got a question for you, Jordan, because we only know how Godzilla's single point was, and we know what those disasters of the anime movies were. How exactly could they tell a good story for Godzilla in this manga exactly?
I mean, it all depends on how the manga is, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like if you're not familiar with how manga and anime work, all anime is just a TV show adaptation of what is being read in the freaking manga, just with some nice fancy animation, some nice artwork, some nice little special effects thrown in there. So hopefully, if the manga really is that good, then of course I would love to see this be adapted into anime. Granted, with I think Corey had mentioned it, this is obviously not the first Godzilla manga we've had. We have had a plethora of Godzilla mangas. One specifically, the Godzilla King of the Monsters issues from Kodansha, both volumes 1 and 2, were ones that I had thought would have gotten the best anime adaptation because it was so obscured. It was like so like out of the ordinary. It was gory. Like we had so much in that, and that is, in my opinion, one of the most highly praised and talked about and sought out mangas within the Godzilla franchise. That it just blew my mind to know that, you know, we'll never possibly get an anime adaptation of this. So again, if this is going to be the start of it, then I'm all for it. But again, it all depends on how good the manga is.
Yeah, because I mean, we did get Return of Godzilla in manga form, and they honestly just retold the movie. So that's not really anything. We can't really base that off of good storytelling because I mean, it's what the movie was. So it basically it was legit copy and paste. I have it in the other room, but hopefully they're able to tell a good story that they could get fans behind, both anime and Godzilla fans, because that's what Singular Point did. Kind of split up the fandom. Either you loved Singular Point or you hated Singular Point. There was really not too many in between. Well, then you got Samson, we got Samson. Anyways.
Yep, that's pretty much how most people feel about it. And we got Samson.
So I don't know. Hopefully they're able to get this issue fixed with Godzilla and anime, because so far they haven't found a wonderful way to mix the two. I hope they just do amazing storytelling.
We're gonna find out.
And Eric makes a good point.
Well, yeah. It does have that very jagged, very kind of sharp. I can't tell if those are actual spikes or if those might be the jets that are propelling it through the air or whatever. But yeah, it does emanate a little bit of that kind of sharp, spiky, crazy looking vibe. I mean, it's manga. They're gonna make it look wild.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about the design and the possibility for a new kaiju. That's where I stand with this.
Like I said, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
And then, y'all ready to move on? Does anyone have any final thoughts on this?
I expressed them. I'm good to go. GOOD good.
So now we finally hop into some collectibles. As you see here, we have another Burning Godzilla to celebrate the anniversary of Godzilla vs. Destroyer, which we all knew they was Toho was about to milk the crap out of this movie and during the anniversary. And of course, have here is the 1995 Godzilla, the
30
burning variant. Well, yeah, it's Burning Godzilla, but it's like a burning variant, kind of like the. Go ahead, Samson.
No, the 30. I said, is this a different, like, is this just like the base sculpt is the 30?
Yeah.
Not Sakai, like standard 30.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just I don't have that one.
I got back there.
Okay.
And honestly, it's not a bad scope, but they are milking the scope. This is what the third or fourth variant they have of this scope.
Good God.
Yeah. They even did a rebirth version from the scope.
They sure did. And then this is the meltdown version. Sorry, it clicked in my head. It's supposed to be the meltdown version of this Godzilla.
Kind of like
what are y'all thoughts on it? Are y'all liking it? Is anyone gonna get this? What does everybody think?
Samson beat me to it. Literally, this reminds me of the Bandai figure. I'm not gonna lie, as tempting as this is, and honestly, I am a big fan of the sculpt. I'm gonna have to pass on this, only because I don't even want to mention it. I will just say I'll mention it offline between you two. That's it.
Yay, private information.
You know what? Screw it. I had registered to get the Easy Hobby Burning Godzilla.
Oh, the new Mega Beast one?
Yes. Now, I didn't even know this until they actually dropped like physical footages of the actual figure in size. This Godzilla from Omega Beast.
Hi, Leslie.
Towers over the original gigantic 95.
It does. I saw that too.
And so that I know for sure once I get that will be like my definitive Burning Godzilla collectible. So hence the reason why I'm possibly going to pass on this. But I mean, if it's right there in front of me and I'm like, should I add it to the collection? Is my fiance going to kick me in the shin for this? Maybe. I don't care. And then I might take it. But in terms of pre-orders, I'll just, I'll pass on this.
The gimmicky X Plus stuff isn't my forte either. I like the more accurate. I like the accurate stuff. That's why I collect X Plus, to have it as the most accurate to the suit as possible. And just the gimmicky kind of stuff like this just doesn't really pertain to my interests. It's a nice sculpt, but I also am a little bit biased in my opinion. I've always thought that the Sakai looks better. I know I've had disagreements amongst this group. One of our people isn't here to say it right now, but I like the Sakai more. I think it looks the best to me. That's my favorite of the Burning Godzillas that X Plus has done. Okay. This looks radical, but like I said, it looks like the Bandai figure. It's pretty much just a bigger, fancier, expensiver, more, of that. Expensiver. I know what I said.
Expensiver.
Gotcha, bro.
But yes, Sam, I'm honestly on your side with it too. The gimmicky and all these different color schemes. Yeah, it's cool that we're getting different stuff, but it's just not for me. I'm more suit accurate. If I want gimmicky, I'll get Safubi, honestly, for half the price. So
that was funny.
I mean, I like the gimmicks. Like I said, if it's one that is appealing, I'll do whatever it takes to aim for it. But oh my goodness, just looking at this, just the nostalgia factor of it reminding me of the original Meltdown Bandai. It's insane. And you already know you're gonna have your freaking custom toy creators throwing in LED lights inside of it to really make it like freaking pop. So it's just like wow.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, this is pretty cool. So if there's anybody that's gonna get it, of course, when that sucker comes right in front of your freaking door, make sure to take pictures and throw them up on our Facebook. Please and thank you.
Absolutely.
Somebody doesn't steal it out of your mailbox.
I'm definitely not going to pre-order this, but like you said, Jordan, if I see this in person, I might feel a lot differently. And of course, Nathaniel's burning for King Kong list. But if I see this in person, maybe I'll change my mind. I guess I'll just have to see what it looks like in person, but I'm not going to pre-order it. And Oscar, guys, I'm so spoiled and bored of that. Oh, that's funny. And Oscar made a great point. Express should do an actual meltdown version like the Super 7 did, which I completely regret not getting the Super 7 one now. Yeah. We do need the one with him legit melting. That'd be awesome.
Well, I know we got the whole year.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
True.
And Leslie,
be patient. The fact that X Plus, they don't pay attention to anniversaries. Let's not forget about that.
I guess, yeah. But Leslie, be patient, because we may have something later on this year regarding Junior. So fingers crossed for that.
This comment from Leslie is what I'm talking about. We need a goddamn Super X3. We need a Super X3 immediately.
X Plus needs to be starting tackling some vehicles and stuff like that. The world may never know. Once again. Well, I know that Jordan is going to lose his mind over what's coming next because he has a very special love for this freaking thing.
Oh, thank you, Doug. Chicken Feet King Ghidorah. Oh, Chicken Feet here. They're just Of course, this is the reissue of the GMK 2001 King Ghidorah. Looks like he got a whole brand new paint scheme too. He looks a lot darker, a lot more darker and more golden than the previous one. And honestly, I love this color scheme, but I hate this King Ghidorah. Jordan, I know he's your favorite. I know you're about to cream your pants in a second, but I freaking hate this King Ghidorah with every fiber in my body. I hate this King Ghidorah. So for anyone who is excited to get this, I'm happy for you because I know trying to get this figure before now has been a pain in the dick, but I'm not getting this figure.
You might need to get a shot for that. This was hard to get. I'm thankful. Adrian, you're the one that sent me the link. If you hate it so much, you should have been like, I don't want anybody else to have it. I'm not even going to send Samson the link. Let's not spread the Ghidorah love.
I'm not that petty. I'm so if you love it, you love it. I'm not going to judge you for loving it.
I have it. But I'll give you the floor, dude. You lose your mind. It's your time to shine.
Fun. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me.
The glasses came off
too.
Oh God!
Now, listen, this is my favorite King Ghidorah of all time. What more do I have to say? Like, oh my God! I again, alongside with the comic books that we had just covered, I did not think we were ever going to get a reissue of the GMK Ghidorah. I would have thought like a newer figure from like within a different sculpt, but never the reissue. Because the original, I mean, just this overall sculpt is top tier for me. The original one, I mean, we've all mentioned it. It is a pain in the ass to come across. And it's damn near impossible to even come across without having a freaking offer an arm or a leg just to be able to get it, you know. So
kidney, but yeah,
like oh my goodness, like so the fact that for those that have unfortunately missed out on the original release, alongside the Baragon and the Mothra, which those were
and also, the Godzilla,
and Godzilla,
and the FSL,
the entire set are now given the opportunity to be able to finally acquire these rarities in the X Plus line, and I'm all for this, man. Again, it's one of my favorite King Ghidorahs. So to see this like in broad daylight is a mind blown. Like I'm just taken back at it because it's just like wow. I again never thought that this day would come to me. So now I have the opportunity to be able to acquire such beauty.
That's what I was going to ask. Are you actually going to try to go for it or not?
You damn right I am.
If you can. I mean, yeah. I will say with what I have back there that I got, the OG release, and this one, I'm actually kind of digging this more. I like that they're doing a little bit of a differentiation in the colorway of his little side frill things, and even his spikes going down his back. Because the original one, it's all gold. The whole thing is the same paint scheme with some slight highlights. This thing actually pays attention to the horns on the head, the frill, the Varan frill things on his ears, his Varan ears, and the spikes going down his back, and even the ones that protrude off his tail. They're highlighting it. This is like pre-transformation before he turns super shiny and like and attacks Godzilla.
Yeah,
I don't really do a good Ghidorah, so I apologize. Titanosaurus is my expertise. I can do that in Gabra.
Like you got that to the T, dude. Oh my goodness. But yeah, now like again, for anybody that has missed the opportunity on any of the GMK X Plus sets, now is the time. So stack your money up, screw how your wallet feels or your significant other, screw how they feel. Just do it. Just risk it for the biscuit.
The only problem with these, they didn't space them out far enough. It's like they're all coming out at like the same time. The Aragon Mothra set, the Godzilla FSL from the GMK, and now this guy. You're going to be dropping close to, if you're in total, maybe close to seven or so for all three. Maybe 7 is how much this thing costs by itself. If you got lucky on buy E. I got more than lucky because I didn't have to pay. But yeah, this is a great opportunity for fans that didn't get. I don't know why the set sold out so fast. This, the Baragon Mothra, and the FSL GMK, but they're all rarities for a chicken-legged thing.
Hold on.
Leslie.
Listen, you're supposed to pray for me, Leslie.
You're supposed to say nothing
Right.
but positive.
Yes. You're supposed to say nothing but great things for me. I thought we were friends, dude.
We're
That's how you're
gonna
gonna be?
find out. We're gonna find out.
Mm.
That's the only, as a wise cop once said to me and my friend back when we were teenagers, we're gonna find out. We asked him if something we did was illegal, and he just took our license and said, we're gonna find out.
Goodness. And since I guess Eric doesn't like the spacing of your slides, I guess. Of your pictures and your slides.
I tried to
Mr.
make them as
Perfect
big as
over here.
possible so we could see as much of the cool pictures. I think you'd be happy that I put big pictures in our slideshow, Eric.
Samson, use your quote. Use your quote.
We're gonna find out.
Or no, don't what your what?
Yeah, don't yuck my yum. I'm sorry. Did you make the slides or did I make the slides? I made the slides.
And of course, we have some.
Oh, yeah,
we
look
have
at
some
this.
figures that are a little bit wackier. Mr. Potato Head Godzilla, and I've got what the top right is. I always forget the name of that.
Fun.
Brand.
Super 7 fun.
Yep.
Yeah, Super 7.
Yeah, it's in the bottom left-hand corner. Super 7 fun.
Oh yeah, there it is. These are kind of too wacky for me, but what do y'all think of these figures?
Same. I mean, that's interesting. God, that's something I could get for my 2-year-old nephew, the Potato Head Godzilla. But what? I never thought that we get a Mr. Potato Head Godzilla. Are you kidding me?
Never. I'm gunning for these.
You're really,
Yeah, dude. Who can say
Mr. Potato Jira.
that? All right, you know what? I'm gonna use that name for this Mr. Potato Head Godzilla. Who would ever say, "Yo, I owned a Mr. Potato Jira in my collection"?
Potato Jira.
That was a Mr. Potato Jira, and then I'd throw that sucker right in front of their face. Come on, dude. And of course, anything GMK, I gotta throw in the collection. So, this is the Amazon exclusive, though. The Fun GMK glow in the dark variant. So for anybody that's like currently right now surfacing on our Super 7 site, which by the way, if you guys do not know, we are affiliated with Super 7. So if you guys want anything from Super 7, go ahead, click the link in any of our socials. Our link tree is literally right there. It's the only tablet that's like dingling and shaking. So go ahead and click there to check it out. Unfortunately, you guys will not be able to come across the GMK one because again, it is an Amazon exclusive. But nonetheless, I am extremely excited for this. And it only leaves me to speculate we're gonna get a GMK Ghidorah.
No, because of course our friends at www.super7.com/monsters with attitude 2024 will have more sense than to put that Ghidorah in this line.
Disrespect, man.
We'll find out.
I love you too, Jordan.
Well, I'm not going for any of these. If the Mr. Potato Jira shows up in a toy store and I'm like, okay, well, my nephew's still young enough, let me get this for him. Then sure, maybe I'll buy it. But depending on the price, I'm like, okay, $50. No.
Nah, I'm aiming.
Leslie always with the slugs. Always with the slugs.
Wait, the potato or the glowy?
Literally,
you gotta add some cutesy kid stuff for the oh my god fans. So
yeah. Listen, they could come out with a Godzilla Cabbage Patch Kid or a Godzilla Troll, and I am I'm gunning for that.
Troll, Bratz, Barbie,
or
Barbzilla.
They can even go as far as doing a Godzilla Furby.
Oh my god. Welcome to the 90s.
I'm getting a freaking Furby.
And Monster Kid Corey says Super 7 came back with me when they do the morally right thing of a 1933 Kong for me and a King Kong list for Nathaniel. So you could get a 33 Kong because we actually talked about it a few weeks ago. King Kong's licensing is about to come up. I think what was the word? I think for the public, I think. Or
Yes,
Public
the license
domain.
for
It'll be the public
yeah,
domain.
public domain. Yeah. So we might see a lot more 33 and hopefully some King Kong Live stuff. Also, King Kong's
We gotta wait 8 years, but
Yeah, it's okay.
Man, we should
33,
be young.
100 years is the public domain cross off. So 8 years, just 8 years. Just don't have a heart attack between now and then. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh no, 2029, according to Monster Kikori.
Since when? That's not 100 years. Okay. Huh. All right, so 4 years. Don't have a heart attack. 4 years, you'll be fine.
Yeah. And then DJC said that they need to make a Damaged Godzilla. Put 2002, but I think he meant 2003. But that I'm surprised they haven't tackled that suit yet, actually, because a lot of companies really be stuck in the teeth from that suit too. Honestly,
Mhm.
I mean, I don't hate the 2002 2003 suit, but I can live without it. Honestly,
It exists.
DJC, really quick. Your profile pic, is that Tyrantrum or the T-Rex from Fossil Fighters? I just want to verify. That's all. But we can move past this.
Cool. Y'all have fun. I'll sit back and watch.
I'm giving the floor to Jordan because just like Samson, I haven't seen a lot of Ultraman to be able to talk on it. So Jordan, you got the floor, good sir.
So, I mean, this picture alone is self-explanatory. On July 5th, 9 a.m. Japanese time. I don't know where that time frame relates to us here in America, but we will be getting Ultraman Omega, a brand new series in the Ultraman franchise. And Monster Kid Corey, literally, that's all I kept on telling myself once I saw the last name. Ultraman Kenny Omega. That's Kenny Omega is a highly acclaimed professional wrestler, just so you know. But nonetheless, I am extremely excited for this. As you guys already are well aware of, Ultraman has been making a huge name for himself here in America, and if not just here in the States, but all across the freaking globe. So to see the lengths of how successful Ultraman has been doing here in the States, it's truly incredible. So right here we got a little bit of inside information regarding Ultraman Omega and his main protagonist, including that of the confirmed English voice dub actor. So these again, I can't wait. Adrian, if you don't mind clicking the next slide. We have a few screenshots of the trailer that was given to us regarding the release of Ultraman Omega. And
there's a trailer. Okay, hold up.
Yeah, dude. Listen, like I said,
I'll look it up.
Looks freaking insane. Basically, so far from what I've been getting, the way how this is going to work is that little amulet that you see. I mean, it's within every Ultraman design, but that amulet that's in the center of Ultraman Omega, certain kaiju also have that same amulet. So, based off of a few other images I've came across regarding this, I'm assuming it's whenever Ultraman is going up against a kaiju that just so happens to have that same amulet, Ultraman will then gain the powers from that specific kaiju to fend them off. So the one in the bottom left, ironically enough, and I wish Eric was here, this is a dinosaurian-esque type of kaiju who, ironically enough, is gentle and friendly by nature. So, so you guys already know right there what that reminds you guys of. So, and of course, it's running amok. For what reason? Do not freaking know. The kaiju on the top right was actually a repurposed kaiju suit from their previous series in Ultraman Arc. And ironically enough, that previous kaiju suit, the roars and the sound effects that they use would be Godzilla roars. So, but yeah, I cannot wait for this. And I'm assuming since it's going to be coming out in Japan, that they're probably just going to release the episode right there in the same day, all over their YouTube platforms for everybody to watch. So, yeah, I see Samson bopping his head, weaving and stuff. So I'm assuming that he's enjoying the trailer as he's watching it right now. But yeah. So, while Samson's watching the trailer, Adrian, have you seen the trailer, Adrian?
No, I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Oh my God. Dude, what is your problem, man?
I didn't know it was available. No one shared it in the group chat.
So, but we were informed of this, I believe, the week before our Bandai show. I think Joe brought it up. I don't recall. But all right, Samson,
I just came back.
All right.
That was pretty wild. There's a lot more in it than we got pictures of, so there could have been more slides, more stills, more kaiju to showcase. But it looks like modern day suitmation style fun, I guess. Again, I have very little information in my brain in regards to Ultraman. There's just way too much for me to try to the continuity and all that, just everything for me to catch up with. It looks wild, irregardlessly. Yes, I said irregardlessly. It looks cool. And again, you saw I was like enjoying the music. I was like, so it was interesting and entertaining. And I don't hate the suit. I think it looks cool, and I like the head thingamajig, the boomerang, whatever you call it, whatever it's actually called, the smarter than what I said array.
I just called it the Ultra 7 blade.
Yeah, that. Will I watch it? I don't know. It's supposed to premiere where and what? On what channel?
July 5th in Japan.
But on what? Like streaming service?
So what that probably means is that they're probably talking about specifically like live on TV, but nonetheless, I would also assume that it would also come out just globally on YouTube, including the American YouTube site for us American audiences to watch.
Probably.
Okay.
They've done it for they've done the past couple of years within the more recent Ultraman shows, especially the ones that are being dubbed. So yeah, I mean, granted, I know that at least for you, Samson, I know that there's a lot to catch up on, but with these specific shows, whether there's continuity or not, they don't go deep into it because the main focus are like the newer characters, the newer stories, so. But I mean, Oscar pretty much hit the nail in the coffin. We might have to, fish Samson back in, or if he wasn't ever, and we might have to fish Samson in the world of Ultraman.
Not gonna lie, just watch the trailer too. It looks pretty good.
You did? Okay, cool. Well, you were bobbing or nothing. Wow, I liked it more than he did. That's weird.
Well, I didn't hear the music, so.
Oh, why didn't you turn the volume? Oh, you can mute yourself. I muted me. Never mind. We're getting into specifics.
So, what do you think now, Adrian? Now that you, I guess, just watched the trailer for the first time.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
Well, Ultraman is a property I've been kind of want to get more into. I've seen the first half of the first season of season 1 of the original Ultraman. I just haven't finished the rest of season 1. So what I did watch, I did enjoy it. No on the level as Godzilla or Power Rangers, but I can definitely watch it. It's something I do enjoy watching. So I don't know. Maybe I'll give this one a shot and see how they do with it.
Yeah, dude. Listen, again, within these, within these previous shows that we've gotten, I mean, we all come to an agreement that Ultraman is still keeping that tradition of tokusatsu alive. Yeah, sure, there are other properties. There's Super Sentai, there's Kamen Rider, you know, but in terms of like the giant monster-esque type of feel, since that's what originally blew Tokusatsu into what it's known for today, was all because of Kaiju. And Ultraman has taken it to a whole nother extent, especially now, including a few of the graphic special effects that they use to incorporate with the Tokusatsu aura, which it runs smoothly. It looks beautiful. It looks animated as all hell. So, dude, I would honestly recommend it, dude. Highly recommend you getting back into Ultraman. Whether if it's even to start with this or any of the other previous newer series from this current generation, nonetheless, I would highly recommend getting back on the bandwagon of Ultraman, bro.
Yeah,
I had
honestly,
to take Omega Wiz.
It's fine, Sam.
Okay. No, really, Ultraman Rising is really what repeat my interest in Ultraman again, because Ultraman Rising was amazing. Because somebody still needs to watch it.
Oh,
Mr.
Yeah.
West.
Oh.
But any more thoughts on Ultraman Omega?
Well, from watching the trailer, especially, the kaiju are not bad. It's more about the kaiju for me from the little bit that I've seen in certain Ultraman properties and whatnot. I mean, that's kind of the main. Well, I shouldn't say that's the main focus. It's a more hyped up aspect of the Ultraman franchise. You either have the ridiculous beyond all belief and just, oh my god, I can't believe they made that kaiju, and you have the holy shit, that was cool kaiju. So it just depends on. I like that one in the bottom left-hand corner. That's a kind of very you know what it reminds me of? The Aztecian stuff. The Aztec like kaiju got the Mondo Aztec.
Oh yes,
stuff.
yes. So
and then the one in the top right-hand corner, that looks like the last dinosaur, but like different. Well, there's no other way that I can say that from now on after I've seen it.
There is another kaiju alongside the I guess they share the same element, specifically the one in the bottom left. There's another separate kaiju, a four-legged kaiju that Ultraman Omega would also be going up against, that would also be able to obtain an ability from. Literally.
Whoops.
Oh. Well, really quick.
Sorry,
literally,
I jumped the gun. That was not my fault.
Literally, it is a Mecha Anguirus. It looks freaking insane. Again, I meant to send it in the group chat and stuff like that to keep everybody up to date so that we could have possibly shown it, but I didn't have the time, and by the time I went back into my feed, it took me out of the site. So nonetheless, yeah, it was pretty crazy looking.
Credits. I scrolled up because absolutely yes, I did. Now I can't believe I missed your comment, but I said we both had the same thought process. It does look like said thing. It does look like the last dinosaur. All right. What do we have next?
Next, let's
get through a couple more things. I know we're a little bit over the hour mark, so let's talk about what we can. Oh yeah, we got to talk about this. Oh, I know.
Movie for this year and Jordan's the kaiju from the new Superman movie. This is the design of it. Has a couple of figures from it.
I have in my notes. I have the different companies releasing the different. Yeah. So
take it away, Samson.
In chronological order from left to right. Imagine Next. It's all one word. Imagine Next. The N in Imagine and Next are all the same thing. Imagine Next. Superman / kaiju. I don't think there's actually a release for what this thing's called yet. It's just the Superman kaiju thus far. But Imagine Next. Next after that, we got McFarlane. McFarlane Toys always makes radical stuff. Obviously it's going to look like a more detailed thing, which you see there. Thing, yeah, sure, that's good wording. And then lastly, we have Spin Master. Spin Master is releasing this set of Superman versus the Kaiju that we saw a glimpse of in the trailer. It's cool that we're getting Kaiju and Superman. I don't know comic lore as well as one of our other hosts with the most that is not here to boast. So I can't say if this thing is actually lore accurate or what. I just know that it's neat that we're getting a Kaiju and Superman, which everyone is stoked for. Because I know everyone loves James Gunn. Oh, he can do no wrong. Oh, yeah. Had to mix in something outside of the regular Kaiju fandom stuff from Japan and intermingle some stuff from America. What do y'all think in terms of seeing a more full like release or concept of what this thing is? Jordan, I know you're chomping at the bits. I can see it. You're ready. That's why I got an energy drink, so I could be really excited about this.
That's what it is. I just answered your question. It's trash. That's it.
Well, every trash is another man's treasure.
You know what? To each their own. Preach to that. But, I mean, for the sake of Kaiju, it's cool, to see them popping up in the mainstream audience. But, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if there is any platform that I have expressed my hatred towards this new Superman movie, it is here at MWA. So I'm not gonna go on a whole spiel.
You no tantrum today.
That's all I'm gonna throw up. That's it.
You're gonna throw up. Don't get a bucket.
Yep, right here. I'm gonna throw it. I'm throw it up. Right here. I threw it up.
It's funny. The term kaiju has been used more than once in recent time in the DC universe. They used it in one of the Suicide Squad. I think it was the latest one, the good one of the Suicide Squad.
James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
Okay, yeah. The big bearded guy was. Is that a damn kaiju or something like that? They got a freaking kaiju, and it was just like, oh, he said it. It's just so funny that that's become such a mainstream terminology or term. It's a mainstream term that's existing in our world now. And I almost got to give credit to Pacific Rim the most for maybe coining that for American audiences, because kaiju was our word, and then everybody uses it now. But it's an interesting, it kind of gives some Guillermo del Toro vibes with like the antler, kind of tree antlerish looking whatever that is.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's neat. It's not a bad looking kaiju. It's organic. It's very organic looking in its design. Mm-hmm. And the fact that in the trailer it breathes nothing, it's pure fire. Sure, why not? Nothing crazy. So it's probably going to be a quick fight with Superman. He's probably just going to punch through it in one easy punch, and it'll just be like, "Oh, I saved Metropolis! Woohoo!"
No, we got shit,
kids.
No,
God. For kids to be able to collect some stuff alongside their favorite Superman, hey, why not? Adrian, you're a big Superman fan.
What a simp.
I am. I even went to work to Superman this past Monday. But as far as the kaiju goes, I don't hate the design. I'm gonna hold my judgment for when I actually see the movie, because I am seeing the movie in theaters, and James Gunn's gonna take my money. So I hope that makes you happy, Jordan and Eric.
I am too, man. I'm right with you. Fist bump, brother. Come on, let's fist bump through Jordan. Fist bump.
I'm blocked.
So I'm curious to see what this thing can do. I hope they don't leave the name as this kaiju, because that's lazy. Hopefully they actually give it a name.
Christian just brought this up.
TM? What does TM stand for again?
Trademark.
Trademark.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Again.
Oh God.
The simp for articulated figures. Why are you going to want to invest in garbage, bro?
Oh my god!
Ooh, the opinions are strong with this one. It is Star Wars Day, so strong with this one is a common thing, I guess.
Thank you, Nathaniel.
Wait, I didn't see. Thank you. What happened?
Oh,
He's
Daniel. Yeah.
Right.
Super damn.
He really is the Black Superman.
I try my best.
I'd let him save my metropolis, whatever that means. Oh, so I wrote this one down as well. What this thing is? Do you know what it is, or do I?
Go for it. You got it, Samson.
Again, I wrote it down since I couldn't figure out how to put text on screen with my newfound slideshow skills. This is from PLA, all caps, PLA, and then lowercase fig, period. That's the name of the. It's a first time. It's a model kit, and this is their debut model kit of Godzilla -1. I was not smart enough to write down the logistics of how tall this thing's going to be and all that stuff. But PLA, I'm such a professional, right?
Yes.
Hey, I'm just getting used to this hosting thing. I gotta settle my ways into this. But it's PLA. It's all capitals PLA for the first part, and then fig, just like figure. Period. That's the actual name of the company that's making this thing. But it's a model kit. It's not going to look like this. This is just an example of the finished product once it gets all painted. And it does have, I looked at the figure or the pictures of the figure online. It comes with translucent dorsal plates, and you can paint them how you would like, which is interesting. You can probably put some like light blue for the translucent light up when he does his atomic breath and whatnot.
Yeah. But
I believe this is supposed to be a big boy, which
actually it's not, Samson. It's actually only 13 centimeters.
Yeah.
13. Okay, you ignore everything I said. I don't know what I'm doing.
I was gonna say, I did come across pictures of this specific product surfacing on Twitter, and it was definitely of a smaller stature. Nonetheless, for model kit makers out there, or even those in the chat, if you guys are model kit makers yourselves, I can only imagine you guys will get a crack out of this, doing and creating whatever it is that comes across your mind. Like when I see this, all I see is the scene where Godzilla's about to shoot his last atomic breath in the climactic battle at the end of the movie, where he's like all frozen up and his eyes are all bugged out. I could definitely see people like add some like residue on that or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to get it because it is on the smaller stature, but yeah.
I think it's pretty average. I think it's average.
It's not. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Jordan. Maybe someone will somebody will kind of paint it up where it does like the final atomic breath. Because when I saw that, that's exactly what went to my head first. Like, oh, that could be that version of Godzilla if they really wanted it to be.
Yeah. Or when he first showed up in Japan, when we got our glory shot of him, he comes around the buildings and he's just like, blah! Like, but I can't do Godzilla roar. Titanosaurus is all I can do, so I'm not gonna.
So that was your interpretation. Blah.
Yeah, wasn't that good? That was good, right?
Wow.
I mean, I think mine is a little bit better, but we're not going to test it out here on stream.
I don't do model kits, so this isn't something that I would go for. There are people out there that love this kind of thing, but it's not for me. 13 centimeters, especially, that would be what, around 6-inch scale? Is that around Bandai scale? 13 or smaller?
Give or take.
Give or take.
I'll look it up.
It's a tiny boy. It's a tiny boy.
Hey, that's average.
5 inches.
Yeah, like I said,
there you go.
It's huge. Yeah. Not for me, but it is exciting, I guess, for the people that are fans of model stuff. I believe if I saw the price right. Yeah, see, blah, like I said, right there. It's all in text, blah.
Wow.
Any of y'all gonna go like Jordan? Use maybe this energy drink is a little bit too much caffeine.
Nah,
you said no.
I'm not gonna.
Adrian, you said no as well.
This way too small for me. Nah.
All right, triple whammy.
Wah, wah, wah.
Triple whammy. Oh, here's something
And
for some certain fans.
Jordan's favorite kaiju. Jordan's favorite kaiju, King Kong. We finally got King Kong. We finally got King Kong 2024 with the Beast Glove. Looks like this also has 2 interchangeable heads. This as well with the Godzilla that's next to it. I believe this is also going to be in the Large Monster series line as well, if I'm not mistaken. And
well, if that's what the Godzilla is next to him, that was the 25. So
yeah. So King Kong going to be a 25 too. And at least the side-by-side pictures, they actually do scale really well together. Finally,
the next one shows
did that correctly. Yeah, I was about to say that. Actually, they scale perfectly, honestly, with each other. It's about damn time because Lord knows none of my Godzillas or King Kongs from the MonsterVerse scale correctly. And I hate how they always have static poses for King Kongs.
I do too.
It drives me insane. So I would not be getting this, but would anyone else be getting this?
I don't know, but Jordan, I know your answer, so that's why I'm going first. See, again, I know what they're trying to do. Looking at this pose, they're trying to do the "oh my god, we're teaming up" because Mothra said "let's be friends" shot of the film, where they're roaring up and Mothra's behind them. But God, why can't Kong ever be in like battle pose mode? Just let's put his fists up. What you do?
Let's
go.
He can't fight. So
I mean, he's got to put that Nintendo Power Glove to good use. You know, that's what it's there for.
And it didn't do a damn thing, other than save him from getting frostbite again.
Well, it did. Kaiju fentanyl in his system.
Can we go back to the previous slide so I could be able to describe to you guys the lore behind the swappable heads? So the one on the left is Kong when he's constipated. The one on the right is when he's getting something shoved up his ass.
Oh my God, Jordan.
Woo!
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so yeah, he's an elk man's, bro.
It's see, it's really hard for me to judge because I do have the Kong with the battle axe, but I did get it for a stupid good price on Buy. But I do hate that it's essentially the same damn thing. It's just he's static, standing there with his accessory in his right hand. There's nothing exciting about it except for his face roaring upwards.
I will say this is probably the only time you're ever going to hear me speak positively about Kong, but like between the MonsterVerse Kong products that we have gotten from X Plus, the only real one that's really like, you know, dynamic, I would even include that one. It would have to be the gigantic 2021 where he's like pounding his chest and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah. Like I consider that to be a little more dynamic as opposed to the Skull Island one. Nonetheless, the Skull Island one is pretty dynamic as well. And also, wait, do you have the chain wrapped around its hand?
Well, he has the propeller in its hand.
Yeah, yep. Even the what was it? The deferral that they made with Kong battling the skull crawler or the squid monster, was it? I don't remember, but those were pretty cool. Of course, you already know. I'm not going to even touch this. I'm not going to waste on this. Not even half a cent. So, I mean, but of course, for completionists, I could see them gunning for this, especially being that it will, look good paired next to Godzilla, especially since they're going to be recreating that scene in the New Empire. But yeah, this is a straight dub for me.
If I was to go for it, it would be the roar, just so it could be a little more dynamic than what already exists with him holding the axe, just very boringly. But I have not been impressed with the dynamic, just arms by your side pose. If they did the Kong like Adrian's toy that he just brought over, we really need more of that.
We do.
I mean, Kong is 100 guys versus a gorilla. Let's go ahead and talk about that. That's storming the internet. Let's go ahead.
Oh my God.
Oh my
God.
All right. Listen,
Anyway, I'm saying, that's a whole new fucking.
All I'm saying, if it's just me going toe to toe to Kong, I'm putting in the work, bro. I'm putting in the work.
Okay.
All right, he's gonna punch through you like Chosen One in Kung Pao.
No, I'm gonna stop that shit like Goku like this. It's gonna literally just bounce off my 2 fingers like on some Goku shit.
Okay, are you gonna also go
him all over again?
You gonna do the what you call it? What was that called from Kung Fu Panda? The
oh man.
Dang, somebody in chat that's smarter than us.
Skadoosh or something like that.
Yes, but what is it? It's called the never mind.
I will say this though, real quick. At least the details wise, this Kong does look phenomenal. It looks incredible, but I just hate this stagnant bowing pose. That's my gripe with it, Eric. I hate the pose. Hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Well, it looks like it's kind of a carbon copy of the 2021 figure. If they're just with a bare, I mean, there's a new set of scars, but in the Kong glove,
he's a little bit more jacked,
I guess. But it's like they took the base sculpt or the base pose and just like, oh, we have a blueprint already. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they can at least have the fist up, at least. They could at least have the fist up, at the very least. But yeah,
it does look nice next to our boy, and it's nice that they're recreating a pose. So it's slightly more dynamic, but it's not enough. It's not enough for me. I'm not excited. Let's just put it that way. For either of them, to be honest, I'm not going for these guys. I'll have to go in a different direction.
And I love Godzilla Evolved, but I'm not getting this either, honestly. But again, I might see Godzilla in person and change my damn mind.
So this got me excited for a split second, but then I realized with the information I got from Adrian that these are models. These are models instead of actual releases. I have a newfound love for the Legion film since I've watched all 3 of the Gamera trilogy movies in the past. How long is it? I didn't do it this year. But I did it. I guess I did it like towards the end of last year. I can't remember if it was fall, but I watched all 3 of them just recently back to back over 3 Saturdays. And out of the trilogy, this one is my favorite. I love Legion as a kaiju. The Gamera design is a little cooler than the first one. I love the film. So I was excited when I saw this because I was like, oh, this is a very specific look from the film. But model kits are not my thing. So I was a little kind of like,
What was me?
Oh, where'd Jordan go?
He's still here.
Hold on 1 second, fellas.
Well, Adrian, I know you have more Gamera love and knowledge than I do, even with the newfound love that I have.
So of course you already know I have a few model kits. These are a little bit on the smallest scale though. I think these are 20 centimeters if I'm remembering correctly. But I'm not gonna lie, they do look awesome. Legion, the damaged Legion looks awesome. The Legion soldiers crawling on Gamma looks amazing. If I collected smaller model kits, I would definitely go after this. Especially since I don't have not true. I do have a 96 camera, but I need a new 96 camera. But these do look incredible. But again, since they are on the smaller scale, I won't be picking them up. But I do love the way they look, though. It looks incredible.
Well, actually, wait, you just made me notice something. It's not technically damaged. It has the damaged red eyes, but it's her thing. I almost said her things are still intact. If they were like broken, that'd be even better. But wait, why are they intact?
Well, maybe as a model kit creator, you can recreate it and properly make it look the way that you want to. That would be the only
somebody with a chainsaw. Just
like that's the model kits. You could literally recreate anything you want out of these, even if it's just like a random standard figurine that doesn't even have nothing to do with it being a model kit. Like if you have an eye for something to recreate a specific scene, you could definitely do it. I personally love the fact that X Plus are now branching into like the model kit realm, or at least accessible model kit figures from their actual brand. And this specific set looks absolutely amazing. I know previously they did the 99 Gamera, and I've came across that a plethora amount of times at stores here in Connecticut. So I passed on that one, but this specifically, and this is
just thinking about it, I just sneezed.
Literally, like, this is my favorite Gamera film of all time. Out of every Gamera property that I owned, the first thing I've ever had in a Gamera collection was this specific movie. Hence the reason why I have so much love and respect for it. So this might be a definite purchase for me, for sure.
Ooh,
this is one of 2 Gamera properties that I own in my collection. Actually, that says something. Remember my big box day reveal where I poked myself? Well, I have 2 knife things. I have 2 knife things. I didn't pick my nose with this one, but I got 2 knife things from Gamera now, and that's the only. Yeah, those are the only 2 things from Gamera that I own: the Big Legion and the gift from Eric that I need to get more of from that line. But yeah, I love Legion. It's such a cool kaiju. The true queen of the monsters.
Oh my, for sure, dude. For sure. Oh, wait, that just gave me an idea.
Uh-oh.
Get excited now.
I'll stay.
No, I know what Jordan's head's at.
It might be another art project.
No.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh. It's cool. It's exciting for people that like this kind of stuff. So you'll have nothing from. It's me. What are you talking about? No.
Listen, I don't know who you're talking to, Leslie, but I have a good chunk of Revenge of Iris memorabilia in my Gamera collection. It's definitely the darker of the 3, and one that is extremely animated, and in my opinion, it deserves all the praise and all the love, but preferably Attack on Legion it's my all-time favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. But shout.
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, Leslie, I don't know who you talk to either, because I know I have the new 99 Gamma for sure. Obviously, the 25 centimeter Iris is a disaster, but besides that, I mean, y'all know how much I love the Heisei Gamma. In some aspects, I put some of those films above some of the Godzilla films in Heisei era, to be honest. So always gotta love me some Gam Gam.
Well, speaking of excited stuff, and speaking of some excited stuff in regards, you beat me to
it.
This is something that I personally am stupid excited for, because Brave was actually my first film in the Gamera franchise that I ever saw, and I always thought Zetus was so cool, very simple, dinosaurian, but an effective kaiju that was never tackled by Bandai. There's the Atelier. Is that the name of the kit? There's that, but that's all we got accurate wise for Zetus.
Yeah, the better version of Varan, basically.
Ooh, hot take.
Dude, I mean, I remember shooting this message to you guys regarding photos from YMSF. I'm still speechless at the fact that YMSF is now tackling Zetus, and it is a kaiju that tends to get maybe to some there's like a love and hate relationship depicting on how you perceive the movie Gamera the Brave. Nonetheless, you cannot deny how much of a badass Zetus was, and the fact that there's little to no representation in any toy brand, it blows my mind. So thank you, YMSF, for giving us what I can only imagine a plethora of kaiju fans have been asking for quite some time. So I cannot wait for this. Oh my God.
Look at how dynamic, standard and tongue attack. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish that the tongue wasn't there. Nonetheless, I mean, it lives up to why, he would normally have his frill exposed out like that. And makes it more of a, I guess it makes it more of a goal to also get, because it is something that stands out as opposed to the standard version. So I mean, Samson, you said that was the first Gamera movie you saw in Gamera the Brave. I love that movie. Me and Michelle were trying to get a turtle, and we're gonna name him Toto. So and I owned the original Bandai set that comes with like the Gamera hatchling and stuff like that, and the articulated Gamera from the 2006 movie. I will show you guys later, but I love the movie. Adrian, what are your thoughts about this?
I'm in agreement with y'all. Zetas doesn't get nearly enough love, but such a simple kaiju. He was awesome in Gamma the Brave, and the fact that no one has done almost anything with Zetas is criminal. So we get to thank YMSM for releasing this to us, and I'm hoping. See, I'm about to go on their line first to share at G-Fest because I need to get this damn figure.
And they're already selling
it.
A lot of people already are getting a hold of this, whether if you come across it on Buy or any convention that YMSF just so happens to be attending. A lot of people are getting this.
He's already selling this thing? It's already because that's his main form of selling is now on his actual personal Instagram. He'll say message me and I'll
I mean, I could only because you could also access a few of his stuff on Buy as well. If you find it difficult to just go on his actual socials and reach out to him and get in contact and pay him through PayPal. But yeah, I mean, again, he's been in a few shows displaying these, and it's literally, I go on Twitter and my entire feed is people praising this Zetas figure. So that's definitely going to be a hot one everybody's going to be gunning for at G-Fest.
So we're knocking over children, women and children, right, Jordan? That's what you said?
Oh, dude, I'm running them over like a freaking sorry, not sorry. I'm like, listen, I came here first. And I'm like, dude, we were waiting here for an hour. You just showed up like a minute ago. I'm like, I don't give a damn. But
the YMSF dealer table at G-Fest gets stupid quickly.
It's why, unfortunately, it's why I missed out on Kumunga and Kamakuris, man, from Final Wars.
Oh yeah, last year that sold fast. I wasn't even there.
I'm lucky between the three, including Manda. That's the one I wanted the most, was the animated Manda with the curved body. It was cool to see Bandai Movie Monster Series tackle on Manda, but I was not that piece of garbage. Hell no. So once I saw YMSF where that they were going to sell two variants of it, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get the most animated one, and I'm glad that I was able to walk out with at least one of the three Final War figures. But I know this one's going to be like, dude, probably Adrian, as soon as we get in line and we're inside the vendor portion of G-Fest, that had to be the first place we had to line up to, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, don't tell people about it. Damn.
People do it all the time. Me and Adrian were trying to get in line for YMSF, and by the time we did one lap, Samson, one lap, and we were right there in front of the freaking line. One lap. And that the entire YMSF line was already like stacked and loaded.
You gotta love when fans make better figures than big companies.
Absolutely.
Well, I think compared to the last post or 2 posts ago, our excitement has skyrocketed in terms of new releases that are coming our way.
I can't wait, man. I mean,
but
this only leads to speculate Are they gonna throw a Gamera to pair up with Zetus?
They have to. They have to.
Well, I mean, there is the Bandai
You can't do
Toto,
us
the
like
six,
that.
because they did make it, but that's from 2006, so it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Go.
we technically only have one more slide left, and this is going in the complete. This is the complete opposite direction. We're back to America one more time. This is a spoiler, by the way, for people that have been trying to refuse to watch the Jurassic World Rebirth. We finally, in toy form, know what our new crazy dinosaur
Big fat
and what it's called.
dinosaur.
They've finally
Dinosaur.
released what it's. Yes, dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
Ladies and gentlemen, avert your eyes if you don't want to know, but the last of our slides is the Distortus Rex, the D-Rex. Thoughts, opinions, go. Got one hand up there already.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Why? How did we get to this point in the Jurassic series? How?
Oh God!
I'll tell you what this is.
Isn't Gareth Edwards directing the movie?
Isn't that who's doing it?
Oh shit, he is.
Hold on,
I think he is.
Because, listen, if let me double check, because if it is, I'm going to fry him. Hold on 1 second.
Well,
but you can go ahead.
What I gather from this guy, this mutation.
Yep, Gareth Edwards.
All right. This is a four-legged, double-armed beluga whale. That is what this is. A beluga whale with teeth mixed with Quato from Total Recall. I mean, it's got those little dinky arms. Those are supposed to be T-Rex arms. It was better in the shadow. Yeah, that's about as accurate as it gets. I can't say for sure if this is going to be as dumb in action as it is in sculpt, but it's a beluga whale with four legs and dinky little Quato arms. That's what it is. Well, yeah. We saw concept art from fans that was more interesting than this. When this thing was solid gray, it actually had a fat chance of being menacing. But with this like friendly looking cow patchy paint scheme,
I would rather sit and hope that DreamWorks does a Shark Tales 2. Then
don't do that. I wasn't ready.
Invest my money into this. Unfortunately, very unfortunate for me that I have a fiance who eats this
up. That's right.
And she is the one that lives up to curiosity is what killed the cat.
Does she know what this thing looks like yet?
Yes, I showed her. She was like,
oh,
wow, can't wait to see it in the movie. I'm like, bro, stop it.
No, she
sure you want to marry her?
She
sure about that?
Sure about that? I remember this. Our first movie date was to see the please keep me informed of the name or recall the name to me. The second Jurassic World movie.
Fallen Kingdom.
Jinx.
We saw that at one of her it's like a retro movie theater. Literally, it's like as old school as possible. The setup of the stage and the screen looks like literally a scene in 1933's King Kong when they were showing the fans in New York City. Literally.
No.
I got out of the movie. And I looked
fuck.
at her. I was curious. I said, okay, so before I give you my opinion, what are your thoughts? Quote unquote. It wasn't really that good. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because I was just about to make you cry if you was going to tell me that you liked the movie. I have, just like the Superman movie, I have zero expectations for this because of this awkwardly non-realistic direction that the Jurassic series has been going through. And this, I don't even want to say this is the icing on the cake because I don't even want to I don't even want to imagine what's in the near future. This is just a stepping stone. So
maybe Scarlett Johansson can save it. That's where that's where I'm leaning.
Listen, my celebrity
going
is Sandra Bullock. She could be in this freaking movie. And I would
this Congeniality
to even see her in this movie. I can't.
That's not really dipping their toes. They've done dipped their whole fucking leg at this point. I mean, come on. They've taken a plunge with the mute dinosaur thing. That's long gone.
Listen, I would have been okay if they recreated oh my goodness, what was that toy line? The Chaos Dinosaurs. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right, Sam?
Oh, yeah. Back in the early 2000s, it kind of coincided with Jurassic Park 3, if I'm not mistaken. We got those crazy hybrid with the fantastical color schemes.
Yes.
Yeah, I had several of those. There was a pterodon one. There was like a big T-Rex theropod style. Yeah, they had I love those things.
Yeah.
They could have done that or come on. Couldn't have said it any better. Couldn't have said it any better. And especially that's a creature that's been talked about from fans for so many years. It's like the Bagan of Jurassic Park. Like, oh my God, man. This is horrible. It's a walking through a whale. Oh my God.
Well, that's what we have to live with. This is the society that we're part of. And we got a couple months. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going to see, since I'm a big Jurassic Park fan, I'm going to see it in theaters. I haven't seen every single one, but I always try to give a blank, just going into a movie, and then I come out with my opinion because I watch stupid movies on purpose on Twitch. So I watched Beaster Day, for God's sake. That was something else.
Oh God, don't even bring that bullshit up.
Sci-fi original movies. Well, anyway, we unveiled a lot. There probably could have been more that slipped through the cracks, but that was what we came up with for our 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 weeks, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That was perfect. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, you're right. We haven't done a show. Oh my goodness. Wow.
And I last week, Easter the week before that.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh man. So, I mean, thank you everybody for tuning in. There was a decent chunk of things we talked about that has been skyrocketing amongst a plethora of platforms, whether it be from comic books, figure collecting, of course, kaiju, shows, movies, Jurassic Park. Oh,
he forget.
We did forget something.
Okay.
2 seconds. Go keep going. I'm gonna find it right now.
Well, he's doing our closing statements.
Yeah, there's no point of closing something else. At least Spinosaurus is back in Jurassic World Rebirth. Oh, don't even get me started. That's not our Spinosaurus.
I didn't vote for that Spinosaurus.
Yeah, neither did I. Do you have it,
all right, Adrian? I'm on the tip of my seat.
Have it. Oh wait, hold on. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna find some more concrete evidence first. The website just tried to. The website just tried to crash on me, so I'm not using that as a reliable source. I'll keep looking.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, we don't want to use anybody else's. We want to use the official just push source to give the credit to the whatever.
Yeah, so even like Adrian, if you find it and it's official, just throw it in our Facebook or send it to me. Throw it up on IG. Speaking of social media, you guys, click the link tree. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, ranging from, as just previously mentioned, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter or X, Spotify, Twitch, TikTok. I mean, literally, I feel like we've covered every social media platform there is out there. And of course, a lovely reminder to go ahead and shop at our Super 7 store. You guys will not regret it. And trust me, it doesn't just have to be Godzilla stuff. It could be whatever it is that is appealing to you that just so happens to be on Super 7. So go ahead, click the link at super7.com/monsterswithattitude2024. That was 2025, but this is the link that we got. All right. So nonetheless,
when we started.
Yeah, literally. So go ahead and do that. All right. We will be back. Of course, was it next week? The same time, same place for Sunday.
Maybe next week. It is Mother's Day next weekend. So
we have to play it by ear because we got to. Everybody loves their moms. We got Momzillas out there that we got to give some love to next Sunday. So we may or may not be back next Sunday, depending on our plans. Because those kaiju-sized moms of ours that brought us into this world, we gotta give all our love to them.
You know what?
Or they will take us out of this world.
They brought us into this world. The general sure can take us out.
Thank you guys for the reminder. And of course, we will let each and every single one of you guys in on the loop, whether we're going to be live, updating you guys, whether it be on Facebook or IG or any other social medias that you guys follow us from. Nonetheless, I just want to say thank you again. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Samson. It's always amazing doing shows with everybody here in MWA.
Wow.
Until next time. And as always, are we gonna do a 3 count for this one, or are we just gonna jump it like we always do and we always mess it up?
You forgot to say, don't be a hoe. Share the show. Like, comment, subscribe on all of our socials, any of our socials. Just be sure and pay attention. Give us, it means the world to us. Drop a small follow. You don't even have to follow us for real. Just a follow. The numbers count. The more numbers that there are, the more likely we are to make our way towards another giveaway. Because the more love you guys give us, the more love we're going to give to you guys. That's what we like to do here. Or, well, what they like to do here. I just kind of it's y'all make it happen. We love engaging with y'all in chat. We love being able to give back what we can. That's why we do this. We love the stuff, so we love to give y'all information about the stuff so we can all stuff together. So don't be a hoe, share the show. And now, as per always,
actually, we have one more announcement.
No, don't forget to listen to what Adrian has to say.
Because again, we won't be here next week, but the week after next, Mr. Joe Mama will be hosting our Power Rangers the movie show. Which, if you grew up as a Power Rangers fan, we all saw that growing up. The movie exists, but we're definitely going to talk about it anyways because, of course, people like Samson hasn't seen it. But it's a fun time. Honestly, Samson, you're gonna watch it, so you can talk about it too. But it is a fun movie, and it's gonna be it's definitely a nostalgia trip, most definitely. So I'm definitely looking forward to talking about that with Joe, and I'm excited to see what questions he has about that movie.
Oh, geez.
Peak Cinema, by the way, Samson. Peak Cinema.
Oh God.
Unless anybody else has one more thing to throw on top of that. Cool. We can finally say everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for being in the comment section, making everything happen. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed catching up with y'all for the 2 hours that we did. And don't forget to 3, 2, 1, embrace the attitude. Have a good night.